Hi guys, I'm here to demonstrate the emergency stop script. This is an easy to use implementation that you can throw into any ship. Without any configuration, it will stop your ship from spinning, moving, everything. It can be used with sensors, buttons, other programming blocks, or anything that can throw a trigger action in Space Engineers. So just a brief overview of what this does. It will turn on all thrusters and turn off all overrides. It will turn on the inertial dampeners, and it will turn on all your gyros, make sure they're at max power, and turns off their overrides. So the end result is the ship will be stopped with all engines powered, everything in pretty much a default state. That you can hop into a cockpit and move it, or run another program to fly it away. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to copy this into the game to show how easy it is to use. I'm going to pick a ship from the workshop. This one was on the top of the subreddit today, the Onus. Let me get it all flipped around. Okay, so I'm going to point at that asteroid over there. We're going to go inside, and I'm going to build a programming block and a sensor. So the sensor is going to trigger the programming block to activate. I'm going to do a little bit of redecorating. I hope the original owner does not mind. So you can put these anywhere. In my ship that I want to build eventually, it's going to be in like a server room basically, where there's a bunch of just scripts running. But for the sake of this, I'm going to put it right here. So delete the code that's already in there and just paste this in, compile it, and it works. Okay, so this is programmable block. We're going to also paste a sensor. You can put this anywhere. Ideally, it'll be on the front of your ship if you want to detect it from collisions, but it still works effectively here. So I'm going to trigger this sensor. I have the sensor trigger the programming block. We'll drag that into the triggers to run. We're also going to need to configure the front detection to be the maximum that Space Engineers allows, which is 50 meters. For the sake of this demonstration, we'll just do it so it'll detect asteroids. So what happens is it sees an asteroid. Once it gets to within 50 meters, it will send the code to trigger the emergency stop, which will stop everything. So I'm going to point the ship at this asteroid, turn off the dampeners. I'm not sure of the braking power of the ship, so I'm going to only get it up to about 15 meters per second, but you're limited by the effectiveness with how many front-facing engines you have. So we'll see what happens. So it triggers it, and it comes to a complete stop. So the limitation in this kind of setup is that the sensor does only have a 50-meter range. A solution that you can do is to put a boom out in front of the ship that's a little bit further in front of the ship and put the sensor on the end of that, but that might not work cosmetically for your ship. So yeah, if you have any questions, just post in the comments and I can answer them. I'm probably working on this a little bit more. The original submission I put on Reddit had a bug where it wouldn't always trigger the dampeners because the flight seats, the passenger seats, they have the same object type as the cockpits, so it wouldn't trigger on those. So I went ahead and fixed that, so everything should be working on any ship that you paste it into. But yeah, alright, thanks for watching.